I like that dog picture.
All right, what is up, you guys? Welcome to Envision Podcasting, where we bring underground talent and we show them to the world. That's is that cheesy? I think that's cheesy. I think it's good. Why didn't you back me up?
I mean, if I said it would sound cheesy, because, you know, our personality types are different.
No, I think it would sound cheesy because this is the first episode you actually showed up for.
Hey, I've been busy with work, okay?
Yeah, I'm
Building
sure.
explosives.
Well,
not easy.
speaking of a seriously busy man, right? We have Rufus T. McGillicuddy. Rufus T. McGillicuddy. Not his behind-the-scenes name.
My government name?
Yeah,
I'm staying out of
seriously.
this one.
It's okay.
Throw out his social security number.
I don't government job. I'm a fucking fed, okay?
But yes, we have Rufus T. McGillicuddy on. This man is one of the best upcoming DJs for sure. He goes to shows in Connecticut and he basically just DJs. He DJs his life away. I had him on the Jacob Howe podcast a couple years ago, which was dope. And I appreciate
work. The solo act.
The solo act? It's been the solo act last 4 episodes.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I've been busy.
Stuff. I've been busy. He's like, I'm going to go back to that line. But yeah, so we have Rufus on. So Rufus, let's talk about what you do. Let's kind of continue on from maybe the last episode, what you do.
Yes.
So last episode, you and our good friend Jeremy were dropping an album together.
Yeah.
Okay. How did the album go?
Went great.
It was good?
Yeah.
Did it go as well as you expected, or did you...
No, I mean, you know, the thing is like, you know, there's gonna be shit that you forget to do.
On your first album?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. No, but it went fine. I just wanted to get it out because I was working on it for like ever. And it was like really, I was like, I need this to just be done with.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was especially interesting because you made a music video that was super sick.
Yeah.
For it too.
That was fun.
That was probably the longest part about putting everything out was shooting that video, right?
Because my plan was to have it be the music video out with the single at the same time, but then the music video was put out because I didn't know how DistroKid worked at the time.
What is it called?
DistroKid.
DistroKid. What is that?
It's like, you know, you just upload your music to it and it puts it like on all streaming platforms so you can select. It's just kind of like a middleman.
Oh, okay, all right.
And so then I put that out there into DistroKid, and I didn't know it would take like a few days to upload, so I thought, oh, this is going to go up now.
Right.
It didn't, so I had to wait, but it was out on like SoundCloud.
Right.
Even though nobody uses that anymore.
SoundCloud's like the VHS of fucking like...
I know, right? It is. It really is. I still use it all the time, but like, that's just because I like it.
Well, at least you put it out, and at least you put it out on all platforms, and I know that after that, you were talking about how you got busy with like life and getting a job, but you still stayed active on the DJ scene. So where are you at right now, a year and a couple months removed?
I mean, I'm working on another album with Jeremy. I'm still working on an album with Owen OC.
Yeah.
Yeah, still that. I mean, we kind of have a whole we had a whole plan for one, but now we're just like, this is the thing, like you get so many ideas and then you just push them to the side and you're like, oh wait, no, I want to do this and no. So I start a lot of things and don't finish them.
Right. Dude, that right there probably resonates with 80% of the people that are watching this right now. Just starting one thing and like you have a great idea and then you're like, no, I could totally replace it with that idea I just shoved to the side, you know?
Well, I get bored because then the hard work starts happening.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I mean, I'm that's like 50% true, 50% a lie. Like it's just more like, I don't know. Yeah, I get a lot of ideas. I don't want to downplay myself.
No. I don't want to speak down on me.
No, but that and just DJing at the Elbow Room. I do it every Friday and Saturday, so you guys should come.
Yeah.
If you like to get drunk and listen to music and dance.
Where's the Elbow Room?
West Hartford.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's right in the Blueback Square.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Perfect. Yeah. I was just gonna say, yeah, guys. On Fridays and Saturday nights, if you guys want to listen to some awesome DJ music, I mean, there's nobody better, you know. And the fact that this man like works full time and still is able to make those gigs, you know, and stay active on the DJ scene.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that, how you got your bachelor's and everything in music production. So it's like, it's good to see that you are using that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it be for small gigs or whether it be for something bigger in the future.
Yeah.
You know, it is good to have people come and see what you actually do.
Yeah.
And you put a lot of comedians on in the elbow room as well, right? You set up their kind of walkout music.
Yeah, well, that's the part I do when I do the shows, because like they normally have shows Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes Sundays. And they have an open mic now every Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay.
So yeah, Pool Boy, he just started doing them Tuesday, and then also Thursday, which has been going on forever, which is hosted normally by OC, but sometimes he's busy with school because he's still going. So we got like, you know, Kevin Doty, or sometimes we got Cliff Mula, or like sometimes even Ian Carr, even though he was sick. He was just sick, and I hadn't seen him for weeks, so I thought he didn't exist. No.
He disappeared.
Yeah, but
like the Thanos snap. Like,
yeah, he was just
goodbye.
Yeah. No, but they're all really funny, and yeah. So if you get a chance, like, and you ever follow Elbow Room Comedy CT, and you'll probably see those people. And Chad Lennon also, he hosts a lot, and he's a good friend of mine. He's a really good guy. He's really funny. So yeah, a lot of those people host, and Chad, so he also hosts another open mic in, I forget where it is. It's at the Forbidden Llama, which is
Forbidden Llama.
Forbidden Llama, yeah, I don't know. I've never been.
That's something we gotta go to.
I want to go.
Just because
like
the
live
I'm
stream.
afraid
It's like a Peruvian bar.
We gotta go.
There's no way
We're
we can miss this.
We're going.
You know?
He likes doing it, and yeah, he does that every Wednesday, so today. But today was canceled, I think. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but he had to cancel it today. So.
Well, Elbow Room, the Elbow Room Comedy Instagram page will be linked down in the description, where you guys can go follow and actually see what they're all about. And obviously, your Instagram will be linked in the description. That's it, you guys. It was great. It was good.
Let's wrap it up.
No, perfect. No, but it is good to see that you are still making the gigs, and I love that about you, how you are consistent. You know what I mean? You were talking about not to flag any of the comedians. Everyone has a busy life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there are even times when we can't shoot when we always want to. Obviously, I was bullshitting with Dom, like, oh, this is the first time you're here.
Our schedules are like night and day.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like
when he's free, I'm at work. When I'm at work,
no,
he's
I know.
free.
I know. It's like all of my friends. Yeah.
Right, and so we all try to be so consistent. But one thing that's good about you is you're able to make at least once a week or twice a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you do your best not to cancel. Even when you were talking to me about how you work at a bank, and then you have to like be up at like 8 in the morning, or I'm sorry, you have to be there for 8 in the morning, like at the bank itself, after being up at a gig the night prior until 3 in the morning. It's like that kind of like commitment regularly. It does take a lot. So don't downplay yourself. Don't downplay yourself, man.
Yeah, I try to find time. Like I have time. It sucks though, because like Saturdays during the day, if I don't work, I'll like just sleep most of the day. And Sunday, because I don't do anything Sundays, I'll just sleep probably the entire day. I think I texted you and said, "Oh, sorry, I was like asleep the whole day," because that's like my one day to sleep.
Right,
literally my one day. So
right, and that's the thing too. Like when we were catching back up and everything like that, you did say you were like, "I've been so busy, dude. I didn't even pick up my phone like all day. I didn't even check. Like people could have died, and I would have known."
Because that's also just me, because I see how many texts I have. Like, you ever do that with like how many like messages you have, and like you're just like, oh.
It's like, I really don't.
I just want to play Tetris on my phone.
Like you just all right. I'm gonna put that down.
Yeah, like if you're taking like a shit and you're just like, I
actually dropped it in the toilet. You guys.
Yeah, like honestly, I wish I could say that, but no. Yeah, it's just a lot of mental energy, I feel like, goes into texting. I don't know.
No, it does.
No, I agree. I think that like putting your phone away for like a couple hours every now and then,
it's really
once a week,
therapeutic.
It is a good thing to do.
I agree,
when you really think about it. I mean, if you're not working and all you're doing is like you'd be working out. Even I found myself at the gym just scrolling through. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
It's not productive.
You're just wasting my time right now. Exactly.
It's like, well, I was really lift weights, so I was like, scrolling.
Yeah, sometimes that too. You're paying.
Right.
You're paying.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I should have people like you come to the gym and let me know. Be like, Rufus comes downstairs like, dude, do you have a membership? Like, how the fuck did you get in here? But no, it's like, it is one of those things where I feel the exact same way. It's like social media in general, it grabs you. It's a great place.
Like, it's a toxin though too, like mental health.
Mm.
Doing everything. It's like, you just like spend hours doing it, but it's like you can do something like productive.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
I was gonna say to that, like, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at scrolling. That used to be how I was beforehand, like at the gym or like just doing something else, just constantly going through Instagram. Now I use it more as like for this.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like as a way of posting or reaching out to people or networking.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you kind of put a priority on social media, you kind of, hook it. You don't let it hook you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And so I think that, and what you actually said, you said this before the podcast, it's interesting. You had told me that you had stopped smoking weed and stopped drinking completely since September.
Yeah.
So 4-month fast, my friend.
Yeah, I just was like, actually, I was, the reason mainly is because I needed to get my shit together, but also, like, I thought about Bill Burr. He said this, he took mushrooms and he thought about, like, the time, because he was trying to quit drinking, and he thought about the time, like, before he ever tried it when he was, like, a kid, and never, ever, like, he went through the day without having, like, feeling the need to do it, or, like,
Right.
And it's just, like, it's a simple concept, right? But, like, I was just like, oh, shit, yeah. I remember when I didn't need that, or, like, even feel the want.
When did you start smoking weed? Like, how old were you?
Like, I mean, I tried it when I was 16, but mainly, like, 17. Yeah.
That was around the time too. So, and even you can remember it faintly before that, like not even when you were a child, but like 14, 15 when you were like still growing up. Like how hyped were we to like go to the movie theater, and fucking just go out
to like the arcade or something, like go to a park, or go to a restaurant, and be like, oh, this is like so cool.
Right. And that was like exciting. Like when we would eat together and laugh, that was exciting. And there was no
adults
alcohol.
are like, oh, let's go to the bar, so exciting. And then like you sit there after like 3 drinks, you're like pissed drunk, you're like, why did we do this? We could do something better.
Right.
Like, like something you could actually like remember.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That is true. Like I don't know if you've obviously DJ'd at a bar before, you understand. Like, have you ever seen somebody who's just so completely drunk?
Oh, I see it all the time.
Really?
Literally.
On the weekly.
Yeah. Literally every weekend.
What's been your worst experience with that? Dude, was there a worst?
I mean, I've had a guy. I don't know who he was, so I'm not really exposing him. I don't think anybody would, because I literally just saw him.
I don't even think he probably knows who he is.
I know a guy. It's just
it's just
and that guy's watching, like, who the fuck does Rufus think he is?
He looks in the mirror, he's like, I know it was you.
Yeah, literally. I fucking, no, there was this guy. I actually talked about it because on stage, when I've been going up recently just for fun. But I saw this. He came up to me. He was like, "Hey, man, you're doing a great job." I'm like, "Thanks." And I'm like, "It's hard to hear because I have the speaker right next to me, and I'm also like, I have like headphones sometimes on and off because I'm like queuing up the next song, and I'm also trying to focus on what I'm doing." And the guy, he comes up to me and he's just like, "Oh, dude, you're doing a great job." I'm like, "Thanks, man." And he's like, "I also did." I'm like, "Oh, cool, that's awesome." And and then he started trying to tell me how to do it. He's like, "You should let me hop back there." I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
Rufus is like, "Take the reins."
Yeah, sure. I didn't know what else to say.
Toppling over everything. He's like, "I'm so good. This is like the shittiest experience ever."
No, I wouldn't have let him touch my shit at all.
Okay, so when you said, "Yeah, cool," what was it like?
No.
Did he do anything?
No, he was just like, "All right, yeah, just let me know when you want me to come back." I'm like, okay, sure.
You're gonna be waiting until 2026.
Literally, I don't really let a lot of people touch my shit unless I ask them to.
Well, you're the DJ,
and also it's like
it's
my
your
baby.
stuff.
I paid for my own money.
Right.
Like this is like the few things I own. Very few things in life. I still live with my parents, so like. Yeah.
Right.
Like, but yeah. So he was like trying to tell me the DJ's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you when to cue up this song because he requested a song, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you when to do it, like drop it in. Like he was like, Like, that was the whole energy because he was really fucking drunk. And I didn't listen to him. He was like, okay, oh, dude, yeah, see what I'm saying? I was like, sure.
Right.
I was like, I just did that regardless.
Right.
Like, so, and then also later on, I saw, you ever been at a party and see like a guy, like, I don't want to say like force himself.
Alright.
He's like, come on.
That could be like on me multiple times.
No, not like on, no, it was like the girl he was like dancing with, he tried to go in for like a kiss, and it was like, say, this is like her mouth, and this is like his, and you're just like,
stop it.
She's just like, what? And she's like,
yeah, and then she started going with it, and then she was like, yeah.
Trying to dance her way out of the bar, dude. Like,
yeah, they didn't come in together.
what if she said, Rufus, protect me?
I don't think she knew who I was.
Okay, what if she's like Rufus T. McGillicuddy?
I mean, I probably would have done something and I'm not saying because I'm a pussy, but
stop it. That's a sell.
I don't fucking care.
Don't downplay yourself.
hey, we're unfiltered.
Yes, this is true.
I'm a big pussy. I don't fight people. I've never been.
You are what you eat, Rufus. That's how I look at
Sure.
it.
But no, there's other people there that like knew me. Like Pool Boy, he was there. Like people would have backed me up if he put up a fight. And the guy was like shorter than me.
Oh, okay. So Rufus is like, I got a shot.
I had a shot.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't even thinking that because like she didn't know who I was.
Well, he had multiple shots clearly because he was fucking like
Definitely.
going
They had a
in,
whole bottle.
like
Bro.
eating her face, like alien style. You ever see that movie, Alien?
I mean, I think they left together. So I think they did.
Mission failed successfully, I guess.
Why not?
Literally.
Like the GTA Wasted. Like you just see them walk out like the Wasted.
Fucking noise everything too.
You play it on the DJ.
That would be funny. I've done that during shows, like, cause like, oh my god, like I have a bunch of sound effects in my in my program in my turntable, so I can just play stuff. I used to do it a lot more, but now I'm kind of like I don't know. Something happened. I was like sick, and then like I kind of got thrown off. Like I used to have like really good timing with it. Now I'm just like, oh, I don't want to be too much because I don't want to take away from the show, like at the comedy show. But like, there's been times where it's worked perfectly. Like there was this really drunk dude at one of the shows, like heckling the headliner. And
really?
He wasn't heckling her, but you could consider him a heckler. Like like he was just really drunk, thinking he was really funny and stuff, adding into it. And then she just addressed it, and she's like, "Okay, honey." And then she actually called, like, because he made, like, a shitty joke, and everybody was silent. And then she's like, do you have any sad horns? And I went, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, really?
And it was, like, perfect. Like, stuff like that. Or, like, people ask me, like, some of the comedians, like, at the open mic nights or at a show will ask me, hey, can you get this sound? Stuff like that.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you get requests from comedians as far as, like...
And, like, when I do the walk-up songs, I, like, get a little sheet and, like... Then I fucking just put their name and the exact lineup, how it's gonna be, and then they just put the song they want down. And I use like a streaming service.
Right.
So
has anybody requested the Rocky theme? I'm wondering.
That'd be funny.
I have.
That'd be so cool.
I have.
Like, you know what I'm talking about?
It's like really fat guy.
Stop
it. Maybe you think of the Eye of the Tiger, or
no,
like theme.
The Rocky theme.
It's like
oh yeah. I don't think I've done that, but I have done Eye of the Tiger. So
you gotta get on stage. You gotta get your ass on stage.
I just said a fat guy, and then you told me to go on stage.
Just stop it. All right, this is him being insecure.
No,
this is him being insecure.
It's fun just to go up every day.
I get like thrown out after like 2 jokes.
There's worse people.
Well, based on the drunk heckler he just talked about, and how a man just tried to eat a woman. Like, there's cannibals, apparently, that dance. Dance at the gigs that he goes to. You would be fine. You would be okay.
That'd probably be like the #1 hit there.
No, dude.
I mean, if there's cannibals and like face eaters,
If I can do it, you can.
I don't know, maybe.
What a complete flip up. He was like, I'm gonna bomb. And then we're like, yeah, cannibals are there. And he's like, you know what, I'll be
Yeah. No, dude. Literally, if you bomb, it's like, it's not a big deal because there's plenty of other people who bomb. And it's like, sometimes there's a lot of people that are first time ever doing it there too. Like, I remember I did my first time. I'm probably on my like 7th. I do it every week now just for fun. Like, it's not something I want to do, like, seriously. I just do it because, I went up recently, not last week, but the week before. I brought my piano horn, which is a toy instrument. And I can show you guys the video after. It was really fun. I just had them play Lowrider. I, set it up. So I took the melody out because you can use AI now and you can take out stems from songs. And
what are stems in songs?
So stems are the vocals, the keys, the bass, all basically every track. Yeah, literally soloing every track. But on the program I use, it's only 4 options. So you get the vocals you can solo out, the drums, the bass, and the melody / harmony, basically all the stuff in between. And so I just took out the melody and just played Lowrider on my piano horn.
Right.
And went up and I got fucked up and I went, fuck, and it worked. But so I'm not even trying to do that. And I did one joke in between. I said I was driving behind this car. I think this is how it went. I can't even remember because I don't write stuff down.
Right.
And this is how serious I take it. I just go up for fun.
Yeah, just improv kind of.
Yeah. And I remember it now because I remember it. I was actually driving behind a person and they had a caution Ukrainian driver sticker on their car. And I was like, you think you can escape an explosion in America? And I highlighted that, yeah. It wasn't that good, in concept, but it got a laugh, so.
Right. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, too. It's, always trying, to improve yourself, in getting on stage. There's nothing, and I told Liam this when we did the first episode. There's nothing that calluses your mind more. That's why stand-up comedians are probably the most are the least sensitive people you'll ever meet in your life. Because it's they are sensitive maybe internally.
Yeah.
Internally they
I've
might
met
be.
some very sensitive
But they're not people that...
No.
They're not people that you would talk to and you would think, oh, well, I'm going to offend this guy.
They have a shell.
Well, right, exactly. And they built that over the course of just being heckled or getting on stage and just kind of overcoming that fear of a big audience.
Yeah, they got through experience.
Right.
It's different when you're on stage versus off stage.
Have you seen any benefit in going on stage to the way you DJ or the way you carry yourself when you DJ?
I guess it's given me more confidence now, and I already kind of have done performances. I was in a band, so I can't really count that because that's with a giant group of people in front of families.
Right.
In high school,
they have to cheer.
No,
you don't have one family that's Rufus fucking or Matt fucking sucks.
No, but there is that pressure when you're in a jazz band and you're soloing. I'd play the vibraphone and solo on that. And if you fuck up, it's pretty noticeable. Maybe not on the vibraphone, but on a trumpet or a saxophone.
Right, especially if you're the only one doing it.
Exactly. If you fuck up, that's noticeable. So I had a little experience, but like I said, it was in front of families, so it's not at all the same with people you don't know.
Right.
But I've had experiences where I did the talent show, I guess, and so I'm just bringing up high school shit. So it's not.
Well, this is where you started.
Yeah.
This is where you started, man. That's important. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people, they don't take anything away from high school besides, thank God I got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
That's what me and Dominic take away from high school. It's thank God we're out. You know? But Rufus, you actually came out of high school and you were you took that band experience and playing solo in front of a bunch of people and you carried it into college where you carried it into gigs. It's it is a progression.
Yeah, no, I agree.
When did you start band?
When I was 10.
What made you get into music?
I don't know. I always liked it.
Just being band. Was it a friendship thing too? A lot of your friends would be in it as well. Or did you develop a lot of friends?
I developed a lot of friends. Yeah, I met. I know Jeremy still 4 though. So, but we reconnected in band because we hadn't seen each other in a long time. But I had friends that were in band, and I knew they were joining. I started actually in orchestra playing cello in 5th grade.
Oh, really?
And I didn't know how to play at all. Like, I would literally turn it upside down, like on the side and play like a bass and try to play like a bass.
Really?
Yeah, like, and Mr. Casada, I don't know if you guys went to Eli Whitney.
Yeah, Mr. Casada.
Yeah, he would be like, what are you doing? Like, stop, please. And during the concert, I just I still have it locked in my head of just me, like, not knowing how to read the music. I'm just like,
You're just
playing
like,
random
notes.
shit.
Oh, dude, I remember. It was funny that you said that because when I was in 5th grade, I did the same thing. I only did band 1 year.
Yeah, I remember in 6th grade you tried to talk me out of it. I'm like, fuck you, I'm doing it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I didn't succeed in it, and so I was
What did
like,
you play?
I played the trumpet, but I wouldn't even call it playing.
Same here.
I picked up the trumpet. That's what I did.
You just made random noises with it.
Well, I will say this: like during
It's hard.
during
It's
some of
hard.
I was never solo, and thank God I wasn't because it
No,
didn't
yeah.
have
Well, concert band, you don't really solo.
Okay, so you never do
In
like
jazz band, like in high school, you do that. But no, but like in concerts, sometimes you get a solo. But no, I know what you're saying.
yeah. So like we would be in concert band back in elementary,
Yeah.
and I didn't study any of the music. I was only there because my mom forced me, and like I didn't want to be there. So instead of like trying, I just like looked at the guy next to me, and I didn't even blow into it. I just pretend to like play the
I
same
did the
notes.
same thing.
I did that through like 3 concerts, and
Oh yeah.
I mean, no one complimented me, but like the fact that nobody noticed was a compliment
Nobody
enough.
called you
Like,
out, but nobody complimented. So
Right.
It just worked.
so I was happy to just, well, it was the same experience, the same thing I just told you about high school. I was just happy to be the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God,
Wait, what did you play?
Viola.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. How long did you stick with that?
Did 6th through 8th, and I did like some of high school, but I dropped out after like 3 weeks. So I just didn't like
No, I get it.
Because he realized he would have been
I
the
didn't like
So,
Rashawn.
a lot of people didn't like him. I was okay with him, but like
He was like way too uptight with the orchestra.
he was.
Wait,
he was.
It was
the
before
orchestra.
Mr. Osby was there.
Yeah,
Mr. Rashonsky.
he was like
Orchestra.
skinnier, red
Yeah.
guy.
I think I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. Was he was, you're talking about when he was in Enfield High, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know. That would be earlier on, though. They were still doing construction.
Freshman year.
Okay,
Because
all
then
right.
he left and Mr. Osby took over.
Yep.
Got you. And he was like, all right, back in the game.
All right.
Jumps right back in.
Dude.
Do you find, like when you were in band or when you were kind of like developing early on, like into music, did you find that a teacher that was tougher was better? Like fine tuning, or did you like that, like relaxed, chill style of
Well,
like,
I
find
thought
your own
about
creativity?
that. I thought about that many times because like it's kind of like both for me. I've thought about that so many times because like the same thing. I did swim team like my whole life, like from like 8 up until last year of high school. So I did that, and I had hard coaches and I had easier coaches who did not care at all.
Right.
And like you kind of, I don't know, the way I am is like I just went in and did the thing I was gonna do, and most of the time during practice, once I got like closer up to like 13, I was just like, I'm not trying at all during practice. I'm fine.
Right.
And then at the race, I would go fast, and that's it. Because I would do a 50, which is 2 laps. So same thing. Like band, I actually tried a little more at because I cared about it more.
Right.
So
why'd you do the swim team?
I don't know. I just, my parents wanted me to do a sport, and I just was good at it. So
Right.
I just kept doing it.
Right.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
where
really
the-
shape too. So
That's where the pool thing came into the video. You were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Rufus is like, I'm going back to my old ways.
no, the reason for that was because we were just at my house and we had pizza and we were having a pool party and we thought it was funny because it was like 6 of us and we called it a party. That was the main reason the song. Really. It was the stupidest reason. But no, yeah, in band, like, yeah, my favorite was like Mr. Rapucci because he was just really cool. And he really encouraged me. Mr. Power was also really cool. I still see Mr. Power because I do community band here in town, like community concert band.
Okay.
I love Mr. Power, love Mr. Rapucci. They're great.
Community concert band, like the 4th of July kind of deal? Like,
No, it's like they do a concert like in the winter and in the spring. And it's like 2 seasons.
I think I know what you're talking about. They do it at the town hall, right?
No, it's at JFK.
Really?
We go to
Really?
Mr. Power's actual classroom.
So what's that concert that they do at the town hall every winter? They have like a...
Oh,
you know what
that's
I'm
the
talking about.
torchlight. So like the
Okay.
the high schoolers will do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that would be...
Oh well, no, the high schoolers don't do that. That is the community band.
Okay.
We did that 1 year, and that was like not. last year or the year before? I don't know. I did it with them because I was using the high schoolers drum. So like I just showed up for that,
right?
Because they needed like there was like 2 other percussionists,
right?
But yeah.
Is it terrible over there, like the Torchlight concert?
It wasn't. I don't know. It was kind of like thrown together last minute. So
yeah,
I wouldn't say it's bad.
I mean, the only reason why I ask is because I had a guy who went there who like he was like helping host and everything like that, and he just told me that it was just the shittiest like setup he'd ever seen in his life.
It was really last minute, yeah.
Right.
So
right.
I mean, but
it was like they put it together like 2 days before.
I know this year, like they canceled it first, and like 3 weeks later, they're like, "Hey, surprise! We're actually gonna do it in like 3 days from now."
We never,
they don't even know what they're doing. They're like,
I didn't do it this year. I just said nah.
He said, "Fuck that."
Because like he offered it like by the time we did it to community band people, so it was like. You didn't have to go if you didn't want to. It was just like you volunteered. So I did it because I don't know. I didn't want to leave the other 2 kids hanging. Like they're in high school.
Right.
So like I was like the only adult there. Not even. I'm not really an adult. Okay. I'm an adult, but I don't feel like it. But
you're an adult. I mean, dude, you're a grown ass man. Like you work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
One of them full time. One of them you do gigs. Like you live like. Kind of like a cool rock star life, and you get one day to fucking sleep all day. Like, it's not, dude. You don't live a bad life at all. Like,
no. Yeah.
You're chill, man. Like, I see you as an adult and as a person who's working towards your goals. Wherever, I think it's more for you. Like, wherever it takes you. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna continue to just improve and get better, and continue to do the shows, and continue to go to work until something clicks. And that's usually all you really need as far as consistency goes.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just
trying to get more projects done though. I am trying to do
like albums and stuff like that.
Like the stuff you got like queued up still.
Yeah, literally. Like I want to release like a beat tape, and I have these little like clips on on like Spotify. You can do like you see a little visual when it's playing. I have like a bunch of those. Like I have one of Tony Soprano going out of the fish. You know that song? Yeah. Like he's just I want to use that.
This man watched 8 episodes of the first season of The Sopranos.
Actually, I finished it last week.
Oh, really?
You finished it? So we could all talk about The Sopranos.
Well, I've only made up to the 4th season.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really give a shit.
No. We can't do it. They can't do it now. Rufus, you gotta
watch the full
thing. I really do.
Before we even talk about it.
Yeah, we can't even have you. We have to end the episode. I'm sorry. You can't. I'm kidding.
It's like when I watch it, I want to pay attention to it, and normally when I'm watching TV, I'm like making music, so like I can't like not pay attention to it. Like,
well, The Sopranos has one of the coolest like main themes of like any TV show ever.
Yeah.
Like that "Got Yourself a Gun" theme is like and he's pulling in the driveway, and they never ever like, you know how like some shows will change like their main theme and stuff like that, and you're like, yeah, all right, it kind of sucks, but like it's not as good as the original. Well, they stuck with the original the whole way.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Would you ever get into like the movie business as far as making?
Oh, for sure. I will I have many ideas for that too.
That'd be great.
I got a lot of ideas.
Because you're doing walkouts for comedians already. Imagine doing walkouts for other types of individuals, like maybe some sort of like entrepreneur or something along the lines. I mean, businesses are always looking to be savvy, especially in what they're trying to do. Like, even at the Enfield Square, I remember when Cindy's Deli, I believe, went up.
Like mic nights.
They'd have open mics. They'd have
Adam,
music. Exactly. With Adam, he would do performances there. I know a couple other people who also performed there.
I didn't know they had an open mic though. That's cool.
They did an open mic for a little bit, but it was only for like 2 months, and then after that they stopped for whatever reason. But that kind of stuff, that's cool.
I'm trying. I want to do like a music open mic night and like charge $5 to just go up. Like,
right.
That's not much.
Right.
Like and just they would you if you're gonna watch, it's free.
Right.
But like if you're gonna go up, you just pay $5.
That's not bad.
That'd be cool.
Like perform.
I've been talking about that for a while, and this is actually something that'd be cool to talk about on the podcast a little bit too, because like-minded people usually create the best ideas together. I think it would be a good idea, and I've been talking to Dom about this for a little bit, to have some sort of event where local talent, whether it be DJs, musicians, comedians, actually get on some sort of stage in front of some sort of audience.
Yeah.
And like there's food there and stuff like that. It could be at like it could be really anywhere. The host can be anywhere.
I had a friend who did something like that. He did it once with his cousin. You know where in Broadbrook or like Broadbrook. The skate park there.
Yeah.
Like across from the park. They did it like in the park there.
Really?
And he did, my friend Chase Pepple. You know Chase?
Yeah.
I've known him for like, I don't know how many years, over a decade, and I still can't pronounce his name. But Chase, he did something like that.
Right.
And I didn't get to go because I just was busy that night. But he said it really went well and it was like cool, and he wants to do it again. So talk to him maybe.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I think I actually was texting him like yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has the kid with the glasses, right? Yeah, I've been talking to him about getting him on this podcast forever. That would be sensational. That'd be so cool to do, because it's like having something like that. Not only would it be something new and different, especially for this town atmosphere that we have, this dry ass fucking atmosphere that we have with the adult life
and whatnot.
You get all
exactly
right. You get all this talent that you get to promote and bring on, and that's like the bread and butter of what we do. So it's like if we can bring it all together, man, that'd be so sick. And we might bring some people out who we haven't seen in years, and we're like, oh shit, you've been doing this the whole time. Come on our podcast, talk about what you do, stuff like that.
It's depends on like the funding. That's the one thing, depending, like sometimes local businesses will donate, but like it depends on like what it is. Like I remember my dad used to do like the golf tournament for the band, and that's like through that. Like businesses would donate their stuff for a raffle, and then like people would pay for the raffle and go towards the band stuff. So that kind of like I guess a business would want to donate towards, but like if it's just like. I'm not trying to be like raining on the parade, but
well, it's not raining on the parade. It's thinking through it thoroughly. Yeah. You know what I mean? There is a way we could structure it, but we could easily do it. You know what I mean? It's as long as we just fill the gaps and we're able to get ahead, like as far as like whether it comes from a financial perspective, networking with people to get actual people at the event, getting some sort of audience, so there'd have to be some sort of advertisement put out for it. But one of my buddies, Nate on set, he's a film director. I had him on a couple episodes ago.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
He's super dope, and he is like bringing a community. He was talking about this. He's trying to bring like a community together to basically people who are struggling with mental health. I hope I'm not spoiling anything, but people are struggling with mental health to come to a certain place for like a week. You know what I mean? And get themselves into physically just better shape, getting themselves started, eating better, journaling their experience there. So like something like that. Like here's the funny part. You have all these different weird parts that are everywhere. It's like a big game. It's like a big puzzle. But you have to really try to find a way, like, where can he be? Where can I be? What can I bring to the table? But once we get that all figured out, dude, we can totally fucking do it. Yeah, especially at the rate we're going now. Like, we're dropping episodes weekly. We're dropping clips weekly. We have people over all the time. We always have cool creative ideas. Like, I have notebooks on this. Like, it would be so cool to do something like that. So,
yeah, I agree.
I think that, like, in you DJing for that would be an absolute fucking honor.
I'd love
That'd be so fucking sick.
That'd be fun as hell. I mean, yeah, I've had a dream of... Well, I have a lot of dreams. No, but that was...
Of like, it just cuts to that guy like eating that girl and...
that's my main dream, but no,
sandwich in a cartoon where his mouth like
drooling.
No, I had this idea of like, I've always wanted that. I want to get my own like dance club. Like cool. Where you have to dance, like a nightclub vibe. Almost, yeah. Like that'd be fun, but like open it in a weird place.
Right.
I also have this idea for where I want to DJ on somebody's pickup truck and go around like this area.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah, like making an event like they do.
No, just randomly during the day.
No, but like, cause some bands like get into vans, like play. Like,
exactly then. Yeah. But I want to be like set up, get my speakers, and just like have my turntable and my computer, and just like go slowly around like the town green. until we get pulled over.
It's like 7, and can you imagine it's like 6:30 in the morning, and I'm looking at my window, it's like Rufus is like on my street, the fuck is he doing?
It's like
6:30 in the morning.
Dude, it would be so cool.
Dude.
I also want to drop a gay pride flag on the town green.
That would be, I'm
like,
telling you,
gay pride t-shirts, be like, oops.
dude, whoops, with the,
what's that doing here?
Exactly.
You bend over to pick it up. You're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, literally.
Town council's like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. What?
You just see the building start to burn. Like,
there's like Carl's like, you broke the tree.
The thing about that is, my mom was telling me that where they fucked up is like they literally just wanted to have it where they made it a policy.
Right.
They made it like a bigger deal than it had to be. I don't know shit about it.
Me neither.
I know this isn't like any flags or like any like proof.
Yeah, they just wanted to keep it neutral, I guess.
Yeah.
And like they fucked up by making like a big statement about it and like a big deal.
Yeah, but how many of them are up where it's a problem? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
What's the number?
Like the American flag.
Yeah. I'm not I don't know enough about either side to know, but I'd just like to know, like, if they're in their meeting, like, they're like, oh, 100's fine, but 125, that's too much, you know?
Yeah. Like, during Pride Month, if they put it on the flagpole, I don't see that as being a problem.
Me neither.
But,
it's
like,
30 days of the year. Like,
yeah, right? But, like, yeah, they made it a big deal, and they didn't have to, so, yeah. But that's a bar.
It's interesting, dude. It's like, that's what, going back to the event and like what we do as far as like networking and reaching out to different people is like, we don't care who you are in the sense of like your culture, your background, your fucking country you're from, what gender you are.
Yeah.
None of that shit matters to us. What matters to us is like, okay, you have a talent, you want to put it on, then come on our podcast.
Oh, for sure.
For you go around, you DJ, you're really fucking good at it. You know what I mean? And so in that, also you have a good way of promoting yourself. Because really all you have to do is show up.
Yeah,
show up and just do what you do. And it's not like in the sense of like you have to perform. It's like these are long durations. Like how long is like a DJ session for you? Like obviously breaks are in between here and there. But
not really, no.
Okay, never mind.
Break. There have been times where I've like had to take the biggest shit ever. That's why I take Imodium. I took Imodium before I got here.
Really?
Yeah, man, it just pugged me up.
Really? You're like, all right, I'm good until Sunday.
Nah, most of the time it's just when I get home, then I just have like obliterate the toilet.
Yeah, I just get rid of it.
Literally, oh my god. But like, no, there's been times like I remember on New Year's, which was so fun because like it was packed. And I got to DJ for a bunch of people and shit like that. Like when the ball dropped, I played Hotel Room Service by Pitbull. Like I'm playing all of like the hits, so
right.
Just because I want people to have a good time. I don't want to play like all music I like. I try to sneak it in every now and then, or like I'll do cool. Like I did one time, or I did it twice, but I did I did All I Want for Christmas Is You into Finito by Chief Keef.
Oh, yeah. You know what's so funny? That song came on my playlist, like, earlier today.
Yeah.
I'm like, I had never heard it before. I listened to, like, 30 or 40 seconds of that, and I'm like, this is not Mariah. And so I just turned it off. I was like, this is very weird. Right. But that's interesting. That's cool. So, like, how long were you doing that for?
It's normally, like, so I do 10:30 to 2 a.m. So, like, and then I have
4.5 hours or 3.5 hours of that? Damn.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of just standing and fucking just playing music, dealing with people and stuff like that. And knowing your primary job, I mean, dealing with people is like, you're already doing it.
It's not that bad. And most of the time, I don't really have to talk to them too long because they're like, oh, I gotta get back.
Yeah. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. As you like start turning up.
This like
but it's a $1 song request, so it's not that bad. Like if you come, it's $1.
He's gonna bankrupt you, and then he's gonna check your bank account.
I've had people dropping, more than $1, which is nice.
Right.
So like, I get good tips every now and then, depending on how packed it is. Like I've gone home with no tips sometimes.
Well, the pickup truck idea is a really good idea. That'd be sick. I never even thought of something like that.
Have someone like film it too. Like
that's what I want. I probably have my friend Matt White, the guy who filmed the Pool Party music video, do it because he's down to do stuff like that.
Right.
He works at the Springfield news station now.
Really?
Yeah, he was just at like that. Did you see in Wilbraham how there was like the guy who was like an officer down, and like he was like, I don't know, there was a guy who shot a cop. I don't know if you've seen it. I saw it because it was on in the new in the bank when I was working, and it was on the news.
Right. So did he kill the cop?
I think they were both fine.
Okay.
But he shot the officer, and then Matt was just there. So like he showed us videos like on Snapchat.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because he's a camera guy, so he's always like, he has to get to the scene. But he's mainly masked.
That's like he's like living that Nightcrawler movie.
A little bit, yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
He works until like 11 at night.
Really?
So, yeah, like from 4 to 11. So like because that's prime time for them. Like
right.
He got on national news, which was cool. Like his footage did because like a few months ago he got what was it? It was like some sort. I think it was also in Wilbraham. I don't know if it was Wilbraham. It was somewhere in Mass, but like a plant like leaked, they collapsed and leaked into a river. So he was like the first one there, and he got national news.
Really?
So it was really cool for him.
Well, now that I heard national news, I'm your biggest fan. To be honest with you, I don't know if you've ever heard of us, but
no, I know on the podcast, yeah.
But no, on a serious note, that is sick. Like it'd be cool to even have him like at the event as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. No, I mean he would love to be there. He loves stuff like that. He's good friends. He's friends with Adam and Chase and Will. Will Erskine. Good friends with Adam. You probably recognize him if you see him.
I would have to see him. I'm more of a face guy.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, and I've noticed this, the more people I talk to, just specifically because of my job too, more people I talk to, the less names I remember.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'd be like, okay, so, you, like, in the parking lot, hi!
Yeah.
And they don't hear me, I'm like, turn around!
You're like, hey, you! They're like, who, me? It's like, no, the other you!
I'm telling you, but that does not mean that I don't respect and appreciate the work.
Oh, yeah.
I love what anyone does as far as like going out there and trying to make a difference and do what you love,
Yeah, no, actually,
so
he makes clothes. He's been just like screen printing. He started doing it for fun, just trying to get some money, and then he's been doing it a lot recently.
You're talking about Matt?
Oh, no, Will.
Will, okay.
It's called Insane Attire.
It's Insane Attire. I'll have to give it a follow.
Yeah.
Insane Attire, and then I'll have to link it because we have to link whatever you drop here. It's a requirement.
I know a lot. Yeah.
Rufus said before this podcast, I'm going to start dropping names and brands and every single one.
Tag Pool Boy because Pool Boy.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's awesome. He was the one that helped me in my failed career, my failed attempt.
It's not failed. Don't say it's failed.
No, I know. I always like to joke around about it. I was telling Dominic before the podcast, I'm like, well, we know why we got here. Like, we know what happened. But, no, I mean, it was one of those things where, I feel like you said, it's all about how seriously you take it.
Yeah.
For me, at the time, I thought I was serious about it, and then I was kind of like, I don't really like it. And then I really started getting into fitness, and I really started to like that. So it's all about finding what you like in it.
Exactly.
Then that's where the podcasting took me. The podcasting I like more just because I like having longer conversations.
Yeah.
I don't like being on a tight time budget, so to speak. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like on a, like, oh, I have to get this out. Like, as a comedian, especially at open mics, as you already know, like, in acoustic mics are probably the same exact way. It's like, you have 5 minutes to say everything you want to say or sing everything you want to sing, and then that's it.
Yeah.
It's like, for me, I like this. You know what I mean? Where it's those interpersonal talks to get to know the character behind the brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's really cool to me. And so once I found podcasting, I shortly forgot about the stand-up comedy. I got into it a couple of months ago again, but I only did like 2 or 3 shows. And they were all okay. It wasn't terrible. It was just, I remember just being on stage, and again, I'm like, I really want to get started with that podcasting thing. Like, that's all I was really thinking about. I was like, there's so much talent, too. And I'm like, imagine just bringing these guys on. And to be honest with you, I had more fun talking to the guys at the bar and just drinking with them and laughing my ass off at them about just stupid shit than I did, like, actually being on stage. Yeah. And so that doesn't mean, like you said, I wouldn't call it a failure, like, actually. I think what it was more of is, like, I tried it. I found I'm glad I tried it because I found something. Well, not a wake up call.
But it's like you like realize what you really want.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I think that everybody goes through those motions. Like with band was probably not something that you wanted to commit yourself to every day, but it led you to this. College was probably.
I love band. No, I can't.
Oh, really?
I fucking love band.
He's like, I wish I could go back, man.
I do. I miss playing every day. That's why I'm in community band.
What about like the schooling for music production? How difficult was that?
It wasn't that bad. A lot of the stuff I already knew because I was doing it since I was like 13.
Right.
So like I knew a lot of like how DAWs like work, digital audio workstations.
Right.
Like I knew how that works. Like because I started on GarageBand on my iPad. I went to FL Studio, and so the one we used a lot was Logic, which is like on my MacBook because we all got a MacBook with tuition. And it came with Logic, and it was like literally an upgraded version of GarageBand. So it was pretty simple.
So what's GarageBand?
It's just
it's like a music thing.
Yeah, it's on every Apple computer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just what you make music on.
Okay. 5th grade, they made us all like do it.
Exactly. Yeah, you had to do the loops and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
You remember what was that instrument you used to play in 4th grade? It wasn't a real instrument, but
it was the recorder.
Recorder, yeah.
I was across buttons religiously.
I was terrible at it.
I'm telling you, I was fucking amazing. Okay, I was sensational. I feel like I should go back. Yeah, with you.
Career.
Yes, start a solo. I just do a
stadium tour.
Do a full episode of just Dominic sitting there and me sitting here, and I'm just playing the recorders as well.
That would be fun.
Just pulling out scorecards. You're in the background DJing. You're like, you got this.
Did you have the little thing that was on the recorder? That
I think so.
How far you got?
Yeah.
I didn't get far. I
Really?
play it. It was not good.
He's like, that's where the insecurity started, man.
Yeah.
It's like
I just didn't have any focus for it. Like I was like 9, so I mean I had no attention span like at all.
And they made you in like the back room like play the song for like the entire class. I was like no.
Let me ask you an interesting.
So much.
Let me ask you an interesting question. How hard is it in your adult life to direct your focus now?
I mean, not that hard because I'm working, so I kind of have to be focused, and like I like doing what I do now. I mean, like especially with DJing, and it's like it literally is not that hard.
Right. Well, it seems like with DJing too, you do a lot of like multitasking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're here, then you're talking to people, then you're taking requests, then you're playing more music. You know what I mean? It's like,
I played drum kit, so since I was 10. So like that kind of helped out. Like I actually tell people a lot that DJing and playing drums is really similar.
Okay.
Like there's a drum fill and then like the regular beat they're keeping. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing with DJing. Like you're making sure the beat is in line and you're not fucking that up. So like a drop or like a transition is like a fill almost, or like a scratch or anything like that. So it's all kind of the same.
Right. Well, and no, that's the reason why I asked that is because you were talking about like when you were younger, you had a hard time focusing, even though you were 9. It's like I wonder how that would develop, like whether music was kind of your muse for that. You know what I mean? Like, helped you direct your focus a bit.
I mean, now I guess I did say I start a lot of things and don't finish them, so it is kind of like when I'm on my own. I guess I have as much focus, but that's just because I'm exhausted.
Right.
I was thinking about that today. Like, I was like, how much of it is laziness and exhaustion? It's kind of like 50-50.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and you do, but you work a lot too. Yeah. So it's like, it is difficult to kind of manage time and what you want to do. I think the good thing though is that like we're all young. So it's like, our minds and bodies can take it right now.
Yeah.
We could be 40 trying. You know what I mean? I mean 40 trying.
I know people who are in their 30s and they're doing comedy and they're still out there doing it. It's
right.
But now they're like, I wish I started younger. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but like, that's another thing I think about too. I'm like, it doesn't really matter when you start. Like, I mean, like, it is good that you're young and doing it, but I know it's kind of off topic, but like, I just think about that. I'm like, there's a lot of like Action Bronson, the rapper.
Yeah.
He started he got big when he was like almost 30.
Really?
Yeah. He broke his leg in the kitchen because he's a chef. Like, that show, Fuck That's Delicious?
No,
it's like
I've heard of it actually.
It's this cooking show that he had on Viceland.
Okay.
And I guess the whole story is, I could be getting this wrong, but he broke his leg in the kitchen. He hurt himself really bad, And so then he just started rapping more and taking it seriously when he was like recovering and
Right.
got way better.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's interesting too, because he learned to tune his focus. Because a lot of people in that situation would be like depressed. They won't be looking at hobbies and how to turn that into a career.
Yeah.
They'd be more
So it's all-
focused on their legs.
So like you said, it doesn't matter the age, it is all about the mindset.
Mhm.
I just refer to age in the sense of like the physical expense.
No,
You know,
I agree.
because it's like for all of us, I mean, all of us work like basically running 50 to 60 hours a week. You know what I mean? Whether it be working on like gigs, podcasts, work itself, like it's like our minds are constantly going and going and going. So I feel like even when I was at the stand-up shows or any sort of acoustic mics or wherever I was, like I'd see a lot of people who were older, but that was the one consistent thing that they would say is like, I wish I started when I was younger because then you're gonna have more energy to do it. But then again, too, like you said, on the flip side of that coin, there are some comedians out there who don't get big until, like Bill Burr, he didn't get big until he was like 31, 32.
Rodney Dangerfield started he's 40
or something.
40, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool because he probably secured his life and then started. How interesting is that?
Same with Harrison Ford. I mean, he got into act. He was like a carpenter or something, or a roofer, and then he started acting. You know, Han Solo. He was like almost 40 at the time.
And then you saw him in Indiana Jones. It's like, okay, maybe he needs to go back to carpeting.
No, I mean,
the fifth one, yes.
The new one was like, it was alright. Like,
I
a
liked
decent
it a
send
lot.
off.
Yeah, but I can see why people don't like it.
He's 78 years old. I mean, it's like,
He was.
I'm sorry.
a lot.
Like, you could say you can do anything you want, but at 78 years old, you just can't be Indiana Jones. I'm sorry. Like, you can't happen.
The
Like,
part with Archimedes, though, was so cool.
That was really sick.
Where they went back in time. Oh.
you know, do you like how they kind of expanded that whole, like, alien-esque kind of vibe?
A little bit.
Like, because they did that in the fourth film.
Yeah.
Right? And then it kind of took it out of realism, so to speak.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like with Archimedes, that's why I saw my dad, and because he showed me when I was like little,
Right.
and I was telling him that on the way back, like home. It was cool because it was the most. And this sounds stupid because the way I'm gonna say it makes me sound dumb because I have no idea what I'm talking about. But it's the closest realistic thing to magic in a way because it's engineering. Because like the water displacement and shit.
Yeah.
And all that. It's all mathematics. And then you think about it like, oh maybe it could happen. I mean Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking, fucking midgets.
I mean, yeah, but like he did say if you go close to the black hole, it's possible.
Right.
So I mean,
there's like you looked at it more into a scientific.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean, I don't really know shit about science, but I just thought that was really cool compared to like aliens, which I mean they do exist, but like.
Yeah.
It kind of went off like a conspiracy theory more, like of how they built like the pyramids and shit like that.
It's funny because you'll see videos on YouTube and Google and like just scrolling through, be like UFO sighting was this long ago, and I'm like, you think you'd hear about it? You know what I mean? Like you think you'd be like, right? So it's like either number one, I'm missing something completely and it's not real, or number two, the government's so good at hiding it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, didn't they release information?
Yeah, because Tom DeLonge's company came out with stuff. Like they launched like everything into the aliens.
Yeah. What isn't that?
And then like Congress like unsealed documents. They're like, we have unknown flying crafts like in the air that have crashed, and we don't know where they're from. Yeah. Because like the technology was like too advanced or something. Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's something that they're gonna have to, especially with the internet now. Like you said, even something like Matt's footage made national news. Yeah. Like that, and that's someone who is just one person in Wilbraham, Massachusetts, which if you're not from Massachusetts or Connecticut, you probably never even heard of the place. So it's like anything can like blow up and become like explosive, especially on social media. Yeah. So they have to really either get better at hiding it or it's just inevitable. Like you're not going to be able to get away from that. Like I feel like I know that they're starting to put like chips in people where they're talking about it, like brain chips and stuff like that.
The metaverse and shit like
but then you start wondering like, okay, would they be able to like record like through people.
If
in a
they
sense.
make a chip like that, what makes you think they can't put a record like
That's
that?
what I'm saying. Like your
They're obviously
conversations.
gonna record you.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
I agree. Yeah.
You never know because the cell is different than what actually happens.
Yeah.
You can say obviously, but you don't know for sure because they don't tell you. Oh, by the way, we're going to record you because you're less likely to do it, right?
You read all the terms and conditions ever, you know, like you
Right.
those like
Right. I mean that's the way that the government's set up. That's the way Hollywood is set up too. That's something for you. Like if you ever start getting into what is it called? Like movies or TV shows. It's something you probably have to be aware of as well. But you seem smart in that sense. Like you wouldn't get taken advantage of.
Well, I was just watching a video about sample clearing. You know,
okay.
Because I do sample. I like doing it. It's fun. And it's not something you really have to worry about unless you are approached. You know?
Okay.
Like, you know Kenny Beats?
I've heard of him.
He's a producer. He's got that beat that goes, whoa, Kenny.
No.
Yeah. Well, he does live streams all the time and stuff like that. And it was a clip of him. I think I saw it before too. And it was just talking about how like sample clearance is not something you should really worry about too much because until you get approached. And like I kind of already, like I was like thinking that, and then I saw it. I was like, I knew it. You know, because like he was just saying like, not saying that you're not getting views and you're not blowing up, but he's like, there's plenty of albums by people out right now that are really well recognized and they've a shit ton of uncleared samples on them, and it's not until you actually get approached. So you shouldn't really worry about it too much like that. You shouldn't put it out. Like, you should put it out. Like I got samples my music.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell you what they're from or but shit.
Well, I think too, like, and to add on to your point, that wouldn't stop, like, that shouldn't stop you from putting anything.
Yeah.
And I like that about you, because, like, a lot of people kind of fear that big contract or fear those big companies kind of coming after you. It's like, okay, well, come on. You know what I mean?
The
it's like,
worst that could happen, too, is a copyright strike. At the point I'm at, like, I'm here, and then there's people, like, like Blurred Lines, how they had that whole thing with Marvin Gaye. Right. Or like Ice Ice Baby.
Right.
That was a big one where Queen literally gets all the money from the royalties of Vanilla Ice because he just took that. So like stuff like that.
Do you think that in that case you want to kind of start your own solo brand instead of like, would you ever be willing to sign with a bigger company, or would you want to start your own kind of thing? Because you already have your own thing going right now. Yeah. I mean, like, on a bigger level, let's just say that you started getting more gigs and you became more of this independent, like, artist known, like, across Connecticut and then Massachusetts, the whole New England area. And you get, like, this big contract from a company. Let's just say $100,000. Would you sign?
Not right away, because I'd have somebody look at it with me. Like probably my dad, depending on where I am in my life.
Right.
Like, if it was now, I'd have my dad look at it with me.
Right.
But no, I don't see why I wouldn't, but I also see why I wouldn't. Like,
well, a lot of people are their own way. Like I want to do my own thing.
But the thing is like. I mean, you hear about the rapper-owned labels, like, they had, like, Shady Records, which was through Aftermath by Dr. Dre, which was through Interscope. So, like, it's all trickling down. I've seen a bunch of videos about how those fail, like, YSL, like, Young Thug.
Yeah.
So, how many people besides Gunna, I think it was Lil Keed was on there before, passed away.
Right.
And Thug. Probably somebody else I'm missing. Do you know on the record label? There's 28 people on the record label. You don't hear about
I don't know any of them.
Exactly.
But if you go to their local area, you probably would. And then that's probably where they're popping off too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting notoriety in enough of a crowd. Maybe not nationally, but I don't need it. And I think Young Thug, he blew up. I noticed, I mean, he was a good rapper. Like, a lot of younger people liked him, like, in high school when he wasn't, in jail. When he got incarcerated, that's when you started hearing more about him, actually. It was so funny, because then there was, like, this whole YSL story behind it. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I don't know. There's something about a man getting locked up that everyone just is, like, entangled with, like YNW. YNW right now is still fighting on a very weird case. It's like,
I mean, he I don't know. I feel like he fell off.
YNW?
Yeah, I don't hear about that anymore.
Well, the only thing I feel like you would hear about him in general would be the case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody...
He's not really doing much.
Right, exactly. Well, he's still releasing music.
Yeah.
I know that, in prison.
Well, he's not, I don't think he's in prison yet. He's in jail.
Oh, so he's still in county?
Yeah, I think he is. I don't know the whole story. I haven't really been paying attention.
I know Tory Lanez got locked up.
Yeah, for good reason.
13 years, my friend.
He deserved that.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that. I hear so many different variations.
All I know is he shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot.
Yeah.
And he was like abusive to her.
Yeah. He seemed to be that kind of type.
Also, he doesn't have really good music. I'm just gonna be honest.
Rufus is like, his music sucks. Therefore,
I don't really. I heard him on like the fucking What's Poppin' remix, and it was alright. And then I heard other music with him, and I was just like, this is boring.
I think it's hit or miss with Tory. Like
it's not bad.
In some music, I agree. Like, he's trash. You know what I mean? But like, there are other songs like he had the Alone at Prom album, which actually was surprising. It was surprising from him because it was more like an R&B melodic album. It wasn't like I fuck bitches and get money, like the standard album that he put out. What I really liked, I don't know if you know Joyner Lucas.
I know Joyner.
Joyner lit him up. Put him on the spot on like 2 to 3.
Thing. That's like Joyner Lucas' thing. Like just
dude, he really ruined Tory. And then from there, I don't think Tory was really even looked at as the same. Yeah. Because, I mean, Joyner was just still coming out, but Joyner is so lyrically ahead.
Oh, yeah.
It's so hard to even...
He's a great lyricist.
Right, and it's not a guy that you want to, get into a verbal battle with. Tory's like, let me take my shot. And he starts talking about how his, like nobody knew about his hairline replacement until Joyner dropped it. And it's like...
True.
Did you ever listen to the Pusha T?
Oh, yeah, Story of Adon. I don't know his Drake song.
Adidian or Adidon or something? When he told the world that Drake had a kid?
Yeah, with the black face. That was so funny.
Dude, that's insane. And then he's just talking about how Drake's producer had, like, some sort of fucking, like...
sickle cell, I think.
Yeah.
Or, like, no, I think he has ALS.
Yeah, something like that.
He's, like, gonna die.
Yeah, he was, like, hunched over, like, he's 80 years old. I was like, oh, my God.
Like... 40 more like 80 or, you know, like, I listen to it.
Dude. No, but it's like fucking sick, dude. It's like it's just funny how like crazy the hip hop and music scene can get and how competitive, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, also when you're a shithead, you kind of get this shit taken from you, you know?
Right.
You know, like if you say some shit and you're kind of cocky and you do some fuck shit, somebody's gonna say something.
Not that you have to name drop or anything, but have you run into anybody like that where you're like, this dude's such a dick? Like as a musician?
Not really.
On the flip side, have you run into someone who's like, this guy is levels ahead, I want to learn, kind of deal?
I mean, yeah, I mean, Trent is pretty, he's not...
Dosian, yeah.
He's a really good musician. I think he's really good at musically. He's so talented.
I'm wondering, does he still put stuff out?
Yeah,
he does.
He
right?
took a lot of it down, and I was just I haven't talked to him in a bit. I was gonna ask him why he did that, but he's just picky with how he puts stuff out. But yeah, he's really talented, and but yeah, no, he still puts stuff out, and he's still got the stuff with Jack. That's still out too. So like all the songs he produced for him.
Yeah, I wish, because the only reason why I'm saying that is because I still follow him, but I haven't seen him put anything out.
He puts stuff on YouTube a lot. He does a lot of like I did this beat in something minutes, I think. I forget the titles. Or like he did like Kanye stuff, or like he's trying to get like, because a lot of times YouTube videos for producers and that stuff kind of blows up, so I think he wants to follow the algorithm and try and get through that way. So
that's interesting. Would you now for your YouTube? Do you prioritize that over Instagram, or like how do you?
The last thing I posted on YouTube was Pool Party. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it's been a while.
Instagram's the priority, right?
Yeah. Well, like, dude, it's just like I don't have a lot of room on my laptop for video shit, and so I'm not like I'm not great with video editing.
Okay.
I could be better. I definitely could.
Right.
I've done it before. It's just I don't do it enough. That's why I have Matt help me. But yeah, I definitely want to put some more stuff out. I have like a bunch of music video ideas. I was gonna do one for Vegas Vacay off the album. I wish we did it. We can still do it. It's just it's a year later. Who fucking cares?
Nobody.
That's
if it's a cool enough idea.
Yeah,
everyone will love it.
But the idea was like, I got a green screen for it. Still haven't used it. Like I have a camera and everything. Still haven't used them. But yeah, I got a green screen the size of Jeremy's car. So like the length of Jeremy's car.
Right.
Because I wanted to we were gonna go to MGM in Springfield, go into the parking garage, and I was gonna have the green screen put up behind Jeremy's car. And then we were gonna all wear suits and like put on the green screen like it was like Vegas Strip and Jeremy's car just parked right there. And
really?
It's gonna be like shitty, like it was supposed to not look great, but it would be funny, and probably like the wind is gonna be blowing the green screen, but it would be funny either way. And we would have my wife film it and just all stand stuff in front of the car, wrapping our parts, and we would also have like shots of us trying to film an MGM.
Right.
It's just not legal.
Listen, dude.
Yeah.
I will bleep it out. Don't worry.
No.
No. MGM's watching, alright? Everyone's watching.
Watching.
Imagine they're expecting you. Like, you show up with the green screen, and, like, Rufus is, like, arrested. He's like, hey, Jacob.
It was, like, me, Jeremy, I think Eric McGrath. Who else? Joey Ouellette and Dylan Miller. We all went to the Olive Garden because Liv Sears, our friend, Eric's girlfriend, or one of our good friends, worked there for a while. She was a waitress, and she told us that there was a regulars list. And so we all got dressed up like as a joke, and we all like bought suits from Goodwill.
Stop.
Yeah, we all got them on, and we went there in suits, and she lied to us about the regulars list.
Really?
She was like, oh yeah, I fucking got you guys. I was like a little upset because I was like, damn.
You're like, I spent $30 at Goodwill for
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Like, no. But,
who do you think you are? But that's funny, dude.
After that, though, we went to MGM in suits, and we picked up Michael, and we like let him borrow like part of the suit, like that I think somebody else was wearing or something. We just told him to get a suit.
Right.
Like, suit up like How I Met Your Mother.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we kept saying, like in the most retarded voice ever. And it was so funny. And yeah, and then we just walked through MGM in suits, and it was really awkward. Because Joey wasn't 21 yet, so he couldn't get into the gambling part, so we just walked around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're like, are those the health inspectors?
Yeah, we almost got upstairs.
Really?
We went into the elevator, and some lady was like, you need the key card. You know you need the key card sometimes in hotels to get up into the different floors?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that. So then the lady was like, oh, you guys need me to put you up? And I was about to say yes. And then Jeremy was like, no, we're just looking.
Wow.
Come on.
Ruin it for...
Cool.
That would have been so fun just roaming around. Like,
Rufus is like, I'm gonna get my revenge now. I'm over 21. We're gonna show up at MGM. We're gonna shoot the video. We're gonna go up to every floor.
Oh my god, yeah, I would love to do that still. But
dude, that'd be so sick. I think it would be a great idea.
We still have other ideas. Like we have this one song that's called like Tee Off, and it's basically just gonna be on a golf course, stuff like that. I got it in my phone here. Hold on, let me take it out because I need to see. I had a few ideas.
I had a few upcoming ideas, we should say, right?
There's a lot on the queue.
I'm telling you.
Ideas. Yeah, there's where is it? Tee Off. Oh, it just says on the golf course. It's on the golf course. It's like the Who I Smoke, you know, Who I Smoke, baby.
No.
If you saw it, they sampled the 1,000 Miles. You know, something. I forget the fucking song now. I sound like an idiot.
No. I'm trying to think about what you're saying. Like,
if I could fly.
you have to play the song.
Hold on.
He's like, nah,
he's trying.
No, I really want to actually know what he's talking about. Oh, yeah. See, that was what you were talking about earlier with the news. Yeah. Dude, they were always, they did that with you remember that song Call Me Maybe?
Yeah.
Dude, they sampled that song so many times for just this horrific Call Me Maybe, I'm gonna fuck your bitch. It was such a drastic switch up. It's oh wow. All right.
You know the AI apps, the AI covers they do now? I did that with Plankton.
No, really?
Yeah, just for fun, and it was actually kind of nice. I liked it.
Dude. Yeah, it can be fun. AI is getting weird though. You know what I mean?
You see the commercial with Matthew McConaughey?
No, what happened?
He's like, if AI is the Wild West, there should be a sheriff. And then he walks off in the sheriff's outfit.
Wait, so you're walking away from the crime? The AI is over there, Matthew.
Yeah.
Mr. McConaughey, we need your help now.
It's like Lincoln was like, all right, your contract's up. Now let's move you over to AI commercials. Just do the same fucking thing where you're saying bullshit into the camera.
Right. That's funny, dude.
Yeah.
I was going to say, so as far as future projects go and everything, talk to us about 2024. What does it look like for you?
I want to do a new album with Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Possibly shoot that strip video.
Yes.
Las Vegas strip video.
That'd be a lot of fun. Definitely some stuff with OC. I want to have a song I have a song that I really want to have about the Elbow Room.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be outside of the Elbow Room. We shoot a music video there because we normally hang out outside of there, after the open mic or after a show,
right,
or something like that. And that'd be a lot of fun. Just more stuff with him. I'd like to get back and do some stuff with Lil Buzzy.
Right.
Which
shout out to Lil Buzzy.
Shout out to Buzzy.
One of our best supporters and
yes.
one of the coolest fucking dudes to network with in general.
I fucking love that dude. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Trent, want to do stuff with him.
Absolutely.
Want to do stuff with Eric McGrath more because I want to get him making beats again. Because he's actually in a band that I want to plug, the KC Movement, because they're fucking amazing. They're a funk band.
KC Movement?
Yeah.
I got you. They have an Instagram, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to plug that too.
No, because they're fucking amazing.
That'd be cool to have them on as well. Like talk about what they do and everything. Get shows that they're performing at or they're going to perform at.
They're really good. I've seen them perform twice now at the K Bar in Hartford.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really nice though. They play a lot of old school funk and soul Stevie Wonder.
That's cool, dude.
That.
That's fucking sick.
Dude, and Eric plays drums.
Right.
Well, and all of them are great. Kevin, he's the lead singer. He's great.
Right.
Everybody in the whole band's great. Andrew Jones is in it too. He plays guitar.
Oh, I do remember Andrew. Yeah.
So another person that we know is in that band. Yeah, so they're really good. I'd like to see more of them, stuff like that. I want to do that thing with the truck.
Right.
For sure.
Pickup truck, dude. Film it too.
Yeah. Do a solo album of my own. I want to get a bunch of people on a bunch of beats I produce and just put it out DJ Khaled style.
Right.
Even though he doesn't make beats of his own. But
yeah. He samples all of them.
Yeah, literally. He just does that and it's about it. No. But and just kind of do that.
Dude, you're fucking killing it right now.
Thank you.
You really are. To be working full time and still be able to make the gigs and still have more to plan, to not getting overwhelmed by it or being overwhelmed by it but still pursuing.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
That's a good thing, man. So I was gonna say we're gonna end it off here, but at the end of the day, man, keep on fucking doing what you're doing, man. You inspire a lot of people, inspire a lot of potential DJ artists, because that's a lot of the people that we kind of talk to. It's people who want to do what you want to do, whether it be a DJ or be a musician of any sort. It's you have so much expertise in that field. You've been doing it since you were 10 years old. It's you have a lot of advice to offer as well. So,
thank you.
Anytime we can have you on the podcast is an absolute honor. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I always fist bump after. I gotta give him the fist bump. See, your fists are probably sore because you haven't been on yet.
Hey, I've been building, things.
I've been building things that
can't talk about what I build, but
bombs.
Yeah.
Imagine like this place exploded, like that was the end of
That'd
the
be
movie.
insane.
Perfect. Or like your leg blew off, like you just like.
Oh yeah.
Well, I kind of need that, but yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's hobbling at where he works and like through the gigs and everything.
I did puke in the lobby at the bank.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Was that because you were so into the DJ music? Like you were like, guys, listen to this and fucking.
No, I just was sick and I was trying to make it to the bathroom. I puked all over and there's a guy like doing a deposit. It was awesome. It was so embarrassing. It was so funny.
Dude, can we withdraw this vomit from the floor?
They had to get a cleaner to come clean it up off the door and the carpet.
On that note, that's the best sell for you, actually, for your character and everything. Dude, Rufus T. McGillicuddy, we appreciate having you on. Thank you.
For having me.
No problem, man. And we'll have you on again in the future for sure.
Awesome.
Thank you, my man.
Sounds good.
Oh, I gotta do this awkward thing. You know how like you do